You don't see it. It almost looks like yours. Girl, I love the way you shout in church, Sheila. Lord have mercy, you just bless me. But sometimes I just wonder, why you shout so much? They're trying to put a little death on you. How do you feel in that church? But you about to own the milk, own the vanilla and all that chocolate. I mean, they got something. They look like you. Oh, you got some folk in there. Oh, yes. I wish I could preach this. I got a few minutes here. But you see, they look. But what happens is you need to know. Eventually, it's going to show up what they are. All you got to do is say, let's pray. Meet me in come on, let's pray. Let's pray about that. Let's pray about that thought. Let's put that before the Lord. But you go ahead and pray. You lead the prayer. The whole while you're praying this, yeah. But you don't know what I've been through. And they talk to the creatures. Nobody in here has that problem. Here's what God is saying. I'm going to make one more demonstration, I think. He says, when you trade garments with me, I take it to Calvary. Because I felt, that Jesus, read the word. I told you this before, but it bears repeating. You notice how he would touch one disease and then speak to others? Didn't touch it anymore. Be one dead, he'll touch. Speak to another one. You ever seen that? One got a demon, speak to it. Because when he touched one thing, he didn't have to touch anything else. All that's attached to that, every form of that, the very root of that thing. See, he never touches the fruit. He always touches the root. So whatever tree is in your life, I don't care what kind of fruit is manifested, he's already touched the root of it. So when you talk to him about it, been there, get the garment that covers you. Am I making sense? Thank you all so much. Give God a praise for that. Come on. Mercy. Mercy. Let me give you one more. Can you take one more? We got communion here in a moment. I feel this thing here today. Would you read with me? St. Mark chapter 8, verse 25, 22 through 25. Oh, this is good. Just follow with me. And he cometh to Bethsaida, and they bring a blind man unto him and besought him to touch him. Oh, God. Now he's coming to a place, and there are people saying, touch him, Lord, touch him. Somebody cared enough about him for him to be touched. Somebody knew that look, he touched me. I believe that he can do this for you. Verse 23, and he took the blind man by the hand and led him out of the town. See, there's some things you can't get until you get away from the multitude. Come on, talk to me, somebody here. So some things you can't get until you get with Jesus alone. Some of y'all in church remind me of these girls talking about they're looking for a man. And they go out about 12 deep. 12 girls deep. all y'all walking together, about to bump into each other. If a guy did see you, how in the world are they going to get to you with your posse? Got a whole posse. And finally somebody is trying to talk to you that's decent. And every time you say, hey, you girls, come on, let's go. You finally got a contact. Let's go, girl. We got to go to the so-and-so. Come on. Why? Ain't nobody talking to you. Leave me alone. Go. You go ahead. I got to connect. No, we came together. We're going to leave together. Come on now. Come on. I'm not looking at anybody in the world. I'm going to turn around and look over here. You guys just as bad. Lord have mercy. Got a carload of you. Sardines up in there. All over each other. And you finally see somebody. Come on, dog. Let's go, dog. Let's go. Woof, woof. Come on, let's go. You probably got a connection. Jesus had to pull you away from the multitude. Look what he did with this man. Let me take you away from everybody. Let me get you out of the town. Let me get you away from the multitude of people who are thronging, talking to you. Let me get you away from the creatures so I can deal with your case. And when he had spit in his eyes and put his hands upon him, he asked him how he saw art. You can't be around a whole lot of unbelievers. Oh, here, follow me. And he looked up and said, I see men as trees walking. See, that's a sign of distorted vision. That's a sign that you don't have a clear vision of what a creature ought to be in your life. When you see men as trees, they're too important to you. They're too tall. Your vision of who the creator is obscured because you have too much confidence in the creature. Even though he was pulled away. Come on, I got folk in the church right now. You've been pulled away. You love what's being preached here, but your mind is on some creature that's a tree in your life. You leave church and some part of creation is too important to you. It could be in the parking lot with 4 wheels on it. It could be at your house. It could be somewhere between here and there. But there's something, some creature or some creation that's too high in your life. Some goal of yours is too high. And you need another touch. I'm going to have to stop here. Watch this. Read verse 25 with me, everybody. Come on. I lost my voice. Come on. And after that, he had put his hands again upon his eyes and made him look up. Oh, free. Read that clause one more time. And made him look up. One more time. And made him look up. The Lord this time made him look up after he touched him. Look higher than the creature. Look above creation. Stop looking at people. Look at who made you. Too busy looking at what you don't have. Who wounded you. You're too busy looking at things around you. God could not speak to Abraham until he got separated from Lot. And when he separated from Lot, he said, now look, Abraham. East, north, south, west. Look. God didn't say look to him until he separated from Lot. Look at somebody on your right and your left and say, how many lots do you have in your life? How many lots? You can't see the creator because of what's around you. When he told him, look up, and he was restored, and saw every man clearly. Oh, come on, get delivered now. There's some people God has raised up. We had this talk, Brother Ken and I, and Sister Joanne and my wife had this talk. There's some people God raised up with a material high calling. They're just going to carry that stuff. They're going to have a lot of stuff in their life. They're going to have all kind of riches and things coming their way. If they touch it, it's going to turn to gold. There's some folk that God has ordained to have a material high calling. There's some other folk that God has ordained for a moral high calling. They're going to walk a certain path. I don't care what comes their way. They're going to stand in that path. There's some people that God has given certain callings on their life, and you can't be like everybody else. You got to know the call on your life and get the coat from him and put on peace and start walking the path and just give him praise until he gets you out of here.